Hello everyone, in this video we are going to go over the important differences between Amazon ECS and Amazon EKS. So Amazon ECS stands for Elastic Container Service, and it was developed by Amazon to easily run and scale Docker containers based applications on AWS. And it is highly scalable and offers high availability and security, and is deeply integrated with a variety of AWS services including Amazon ELB, VPC, and much more. In contrast, Amazon EKS stands for Elastic Kubernetes Service, which uses Kubernetes, and Kubernetes is fully open source and is created by Google and can run on any cloud or on-prem. Amazon Elastic Container Service for Kubernetes makes it easy to set up Kubernetes on AWS, and that is what Amazon EKS is. By enabling container orchestration in AWS with Kubernetes, all EKS managed apps are fully compatible with applications managed by any standard Kubernetes environment. In Amazon ECS, containers are referred to as tasks, whereas in Amazon EKS, containers are referred to as pods. So it is easier to deploy in ECS than in EKS. With EKS, Kubernetes is a separate control plane that is layered on top of AWS services. With ECS, the control plane is not a user's console. Also, because ECS was specifically designed for the AWS environment, an AWS user will be able to set it up and then interact with their application via the familiar AWS Management Console. In contrast, with EKS, a user will need to interface with Kubernetes using kops to configure and deploy pods. To summarize, orchestrating containers via Kubernetes requires more expertise from DevOps engineers, whereas in ECS it's considered to be easier. Security with respect to IAM in Amazon ECS comes with the service itself. Amazon EC's deep IAM integration lets this service allow users to assign granular access permissions per container and service. It can also limit the accessibility of resources such as S3, DynamoDB, etc. to a container. Whereas in EKS, it requires additional configuration. There are options like IAM, that is IAM for Kubernetes, that allow similar functions in an EKS environment, but then this comes with the cost of additional system complexity. So now the security with respect to ENI support. So there is a difference between how elastic network interfaces are allocated in ECS and EKS that can result in limits on the number of tasks or pods per EC2 instance. In ECS, it is possible to assign an ENI directly to a task by using AWS VPC mode. This will limit the number of containers that can be run per instance. Whereas in EKS, a dedicated network interface is mapped to a pod. The result is that the same internal network and the public IP is effectively assigned to all containers running in the pod. So the container limit per instance in Amazon ECS is up to 120, whereas in EKS it's up to 750 pods, and this is possible when an ENI is shared among several pods. This allows users to load up to 750 pods per instance as compared to a maximum of 120 tasks per instance for ECS. Coming to the cost, with ECS, there is no additional charge for EC2 virtual machines. You only pay for the AWS resources you create to store and run applications. You only pay for what you use, and there are no additional pricing concerns. With EKS, the same costs apply. However, the EKS control plane requires master nodes that run across multiple availability zones. This is a minimal cost, $75 a month for each Amazon EKS cluster with a standard 3-node configuration. But if you are running multiple clusters, this may still add up. Coming to the multi-cloud integration, Amazon ECS is AWS specific and is good for cloud-native container architectures, and it cannot integrate with other cloud vendors such as GCP, Azure, or Alibaba. Well, that is not the case with Amazon EKS. It can very well integrate with multiple cloud vendors such as GCP, Azure, and Alibaba. Well, that's it for this video. Thanks a lot for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. See you in the next video.